we've just been talking about how we're going to set this up, and we had to bring in someone with intelligence, Michael.
Thanks, Louise got roped in.
Case in point. But we were just talking about regen profitability. I'm going to use that fantastic quote from Princess Anne Princess Royal from 3-4 years ago at the Oxford Farming Conference, when she said, "I've been here all morning, but the one word I haven't heard is people talk about is profit. Profit's not a dirty word." And I think I've heard you speak, or when you've written about regen, it's got to work. But actually, it's not a hobby. It's not a feel-good thing. And I'm guessing that with Trinity and your beliefs, your regenerative practices, there's quite an interesting circle here.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, any business has to be profitable, and actually, I got into regen farming, whether you love or hate the word, because it was right for the business, not because I wanted to be regen. I was doing things that were right for the business, and then all of a sudden that was called regen, and I was doing it to be profitable. So yeah, it absolutely is. And moving forward in this new era of data collection and carbon biodiversity regen premiums, farmers have to be on the front foot with data collection to be profitable and to get the most out of the farms.
Yeah, and we just had one other example earlier, that you've got all that information coming at you, so in steps Trinity.
Yeah, so as Michael said, regen and business efficiency go hand in hand. So by feeding their primary farm data into Trinity, they can report across all their farm metrics, and they can see with these regen practices, they're building soil health, they're improving biodiversity, and then that all comes back to improving yields, improving business resiliency, and health on that bottom line.
It's sort of criminal, it's never been done before, because we're just all learning.
It is, well, yeah, but also it's becoming crucial now because the supply chain is starting to demand it.
Yeah.
And actually, there's starting to be regen premiums filtering through, and the supply chain is starting to demand it. Big food is starting to demand it, and so you need something incredibly robust and incredibly legal to be able to stand up with these big companies, and that's where Trinity comes in.
And with Trinity, it's not a label, it's not a sticker. So this is something that you guys have spent years at working on. You with Trinity, you with your farm, but collectively, you can't have some. If a farmer says he's going to have an audit by a big food company in 2 weeks' time, you can't just come to you and expect you to turn on the dial and everything's going to be fine. You've got to have that collaborative relationship.
Yeah, and I think it's key to get ahead, like the Green Farm Collective, how get your data in, so they've got a really robust, verifiable thing to stand behind and present, and to show their practice
and also with those big food companies, I'm guessing when they see the name Trinity, that's a big endorsement. There's a lot of credibility
there.
there.
We're certified against ISO, GHG protocol, LSRG.
Okay, so it seems to be going in the right direction. You know the next one. Where's this all going? What's this all going to look like 3-4 years down the line? Michael, you go first.
I think those who aren't collecting data properly and who aren't, those who aren't collecting data properly are going to get left behind. It's not something you can just switch on. We're on the front foot with this. We know where we are with everything, so we're on the front foot and ready to go with it. There is going to be value. The supply chain is looking at scope 3 emissions and looking at emissions intensity. We can prove that. We've done a really interesting exercise recently where my old farm, full regen, this is with actual data, old farm, full regen, new farm, which has come from conventional. My emissions intensity was less than half in the old farm. So a proper regen system is showing can give you less than half emissions intensity, and that it needs backing up with data, and that has value in the supply chain. So if you're not there with your data, you're on the back foot, you're going to get left behind.
Yeah. Got it. And Louise, I got this vision of you on a Monday morning going into the server room at Trinity, tweaking the dials to make this all future-proof for those who like it. Presumably, you're constantly evolving the model within Trinity. You're looking to make it future-proof for the likes of Michael.
Yeah. So obviously, science is ever evolving, and our models are continually updated and evolving with those science and those standards. ready to access these new markets. And as we said at the beginning, building that business efficiency and resiliency.
Well done, very exciting. Just to wrap up, both of you, what's the thing that you've seen today at Groundswell that you haven't seen here before?
Oh God, that's a big question. What is the thing I've seen at Groundswell I haven't seen before? God, that is a very good question.
Is that a case of have you seen something that's really, or is it just keep continuing the confidence that you've got in your system?
It's continuing the confidence, and it's also, there's lots of things that we do on farm that we know we're doing the right thing, but there's extra layers to understanding in what we're doing. So whether it's been composting, crop nutrition, products that I can use on the land for nutrition, that kind of thing. It's adding layers and layers to that.
It's probably it's a silly question I've asked. To me, it's giving you that confidence that when you're hearing people talk about this whole sector, you can think, yeah, we've done that. Oh, yeah, well, I haven't quite done it that way.
Exactly, yeah, and going to a talk on living mulches, for example, earlier. It's something that I've toyed with over the years, and I've just learned a few extra things that might help improve that. So yeah, and look, it's great. Groundswell, it's just having a beer with friends in the bar last night, and the rest of it is all part of it, and we are allowed to enjoy ourselves every now and again, aren't we?
Yeah. So a must-attend event, Groundswell?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Someone said a really interesting comment earlier, actually, and I think Groundswell's regen farming, and they said actually now this is just farming. This is how we should.
Yeah, that's interesting. Evolution. Evolution, not revolution. Absolutely. Well done, you're fantastic. Thank you very much.
No problem.